Welcome to the Smarter Science of Slim, the scientifically proven program where you eat more and exercise less to burn fat and boost health.
Eat smarter, exercise smarter, live better. I am so ready for that.
Hey everybody, Jonathan Bailor back with another bonus Calorie Myth countdown, myth busting, hype generating, slightly sales pitchy, but still hopefully valuable to you bonus mini podcast. Again, just a few weeks away now. It is getting down to the wire. 12/31/13, New Year's Eve. The Calorie Myth is available everywhere, actually every English-speaking country and anywhere English books are sold through HarperCollins. Very exciting. They have the worldwide English distribution rights and much more is coming. So please, if you haven't already, jump over to caloriemythbook.com, grab a pre-order because soon pre-orders will no longer be available because the book will be out and then we won't be able to give out all the free bonuses we have for pre-orders. So we've got videos and we've got recipes and we've got ebooks, and it's just a massive hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of free bonus content for picking up the pre-order of the Calorie Myth. Just a few weeks away from the New Year's Eve New You release. Very, very exciting. And like we have been doing for the previous couple weeks, we are counting down examples of crazy calorie myth and calorie math simply not adding up. This week's example is very quick, but then I have a little bit of a soapbox section for you, which is hopefully helpful. Something just hit me like a ton of bricks the other day, and I'm very excited to share it with you. So this week's calorie myth, math, mythology, whatever, too many M's are getting me confused here. This one I love. I love this, one of my favorites. I debated between this one and the next one, for which I wanted to save for last. It was tough, but since this one was quick and I had some other stuff I wanted to cover this week, I had to share this one. Second to last, next week is the grand finale, but here we go. This calorie math myth comes from, this is very, very recent. So this comes from a September 13th report from the Credit Suisse Research Institute. So this is a financial institution, and this is an economic report that looks at the global economic impacts of diabetes and obesity and basically sugar consumption. And it's a fascinating report. You can download it for free online. I'd highly recommend checking it out. It is called Sugar Consumption at a Crossroads. But here's what is just startling, the most startling about this report, because personally, the lead is really getting buried here, in my opinion. So in this report, which again is freely available for you to download and enjoy, go to page 10. On page 10, you'll see about 3/4 of the way down the page. I'm going to read this paragraph to you. It's very short. In parallel with the increase in obesity, there has also been a dramatic rise in the total amount of calories being consumed each day. The number of calories needed for the average male, according to the UK National Health Services, is 2,500, though the US authorities recommend 2,700. What is generally agreed is that sugar intake should not account for more than 10% of caloric intake. Actual consumption is now significantly ahead of this in virtually every market, peaking at 3,700 calories per head per day in the USA. Now, hold on a second. People could just read on and say, yep, I would expect that. Obesity rates are skyrocketing. We should be eating about, let's say, 2,700, being very generous. Let's say 2,700 calories per day. The average American is eating 3,700 calories per day. That explains why we have an obesity epidemic, right? No, not at all. In fact, if what that actually suggests, so get out a piece of paper and a pen if you can, and let's do the calorie math here, because again, this is just so ridiculous. If we're supposed to be eating 2,700 calories per day, and we're actually eating 3,700 calories per day, and there is supposedly 3,500 calories in a pound of fat, okay, that's 1,000 extra calories per day. There are 7 days in a week. That's 7,000 calories. 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. Divide 7,000 surplus calories per week by 3,500 calories in a pound of fat, and you get 2 pounds of fat per week. Multiply that across the course of a year. If the data in this report is correct, which it very well may be, the average American should gain 104 pounds per year based on our calorie consumption. Over the past 40 years, the average American has gained 20 pounds. This report, the data, the actual data that we have, we should be gaining, if Calorie Math was correct, 104 pounds per year. Per year. Over the past 40 years, we've gained an average of 20 pounds. Calorie Math simply doesn't add up, friends. There's so much more going on, but the good news is it's radically simple on the other end. Forget calories, focus on enjoying food. Whole, natural, nutrient-dense, hormonally healing, delicious, satisfying food. Sane foods, things you find directly in nature, things you find on the perimeter of the grocery store, things that need to be refrigerated or frozen, things your grandma would recognize. It's so simple. And my little rant here. So that's the Calorie Math myth of the week. According to the great data available in this Credit Suisse Research Institute report, we should all be gaining 104 pounds of fat per week if the data they report is correct. Of course, we are not doing that, and that is because Calorie Math doesn't add up. But here's what I've been thinking about, friends. This is the second thing I wanted to share with you today. The new iPhone just came out. So whatever, iPhone 5S and C and Q. I can't keep up with it because it moves so fast. But think about this for a second. Just as a culture, we're all about innovation. That is just so characteristic of our culture. We love innovation. We look at an iPhone from a year ago and we're like, blah, year ago, I don't want that. I want something modern and current. And that's a phone. But when it comes to eating and exercise, things that are so foundational to our long-term well-being, we're not being told the same stuff we were told a year ago or even 10 years ago. We continue to be told the same information that we were told 50 years ago. Look at how far phones have come in 50 years. Look how far a phone comes in 1 year. Are we supposed to believe that over the past 50 years, there have been no technological advancements when it comes to eating and exercise? Are we supposed to believe that we just need to eat less and exercise more, which when you think about it is a bit like saying, oh, you're depressed? Well, just frown less and smile more. It is kindergarten logic that simply doesn't work. It has never been proven to work. It's actually been proven to fail in over 95% of us. And it's also dehumanizing because when you actually look at the research and you actually look at the horrible failure rates of this, and you look at how poorly it's worked over the past 50 years, the only rational explanation for why someone would say, just try harder, just eat less and exercise more, which is the same logic as telling a depressed person, just smile more and frown less, or frown less and smile more, is because they're not looking at this as a scientific issue, right? When it comes to science, if this is a scientific issue, it is absurd to use the same science we used 50 years ago. We don't use the same phones we used 50 years ago. We don't use the same surgical techniques we used 50 years ago. We don't fly in the same airplanes, computers, cars, nothing. We celebrate progress and innovation. If we believe something is scientific in nature, we celebrate scientific progress and innovation. So how can we possibly explain no one speaking to or acknowledging the radical scientific progress and innovation that has taken place when it comes to treating and preventing obesity, diabetes, and all the other diseases that are plaguing us? It's because some people, some experts, in quotation, believe it is a moral issue. They believe it's a moral issue. And if it's a moral issue, there's no need to talk about scientific advancements because it's just that we're too lazy and stupid to figure it out. And friends, that is ridiculous. If for no other reason, here's why. If overweight is the result of stupidity and laziness, these experts, in quotations, are saying that 70% of the American population is stupid or lazy, or both. I don't know about you, but I don't buy that. I don't buy that 70% of the citizens of this great country, the United States of America, are lazy and stupid. What I think is it's lazy and stupid. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little fired up here. I think it's lazy and stupid to tell people who have a disease, which is now known as a disease, where we have inflammation in our brain, where we have hormonal dysregulation, where we have dysregulation of our gut bacteria, just to eat less and exercise more, like we did 50 years ago. That's lazy and stupid. We're not lazy and stupid. Failing to acknowledge and recognize and celebrate the radical technological advancements that have taken place when it comes to eating and exercise and neurobiology and endocrinology and gastroenterology over the past 50 years, that is lazy and stupid. And we will put an end to it. We will absolutely put an end to it. And if you're willing to help, I would so appreciate it. The best way to get started is to learn that modern science. You've got to learn that modern science, because when you do, when you get freed from these calorie myths, oh my gosh, things become so much simpler and so much clearer, and there's really no turning back. So if you haven't already, again, please jump over to caloriemythbook.com. Again, that's caloriemythbook.com. Grab one of the pre-order bundles, enjoy hundreds of dollars of bonuses, free yourself from the calorie myth, enjoy a life of simple slimness, because you'll have the actual modern science that we all value so much under your belt, helping you to shrink your waistline, heal your health, and just live better and be a shining example for all of those around you, helping them to live better as well. It's all goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. This week and every week after. Eat smarter, exercise smarter, and live better. Chat with you soon. Wait, don't stop listening yet.
You can get fabulous free SANE recipes over at carriebrown.com.
And don't forget your 100% free eating and exercise quick start program, as well as free, fun, daily tips delivered right into your inbox at bailorgroup.com. That's BAILOR group.com.